get to see if someone is on here. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup start to finish on here today live, because I said I was gonna do it on my Instagram, but I feel like Instagram cuts me off after a certain point in time, so I'm just like, I'd rather just do it here, get it over with, as opposed to doing it on Instagram and just being cut off. So this way it's a better interaction, and you know what you came here for. So let's get started. I always start out with skincare first, because I feel like skincare is the ultimate way to start out, I guess you could say. You want to make sure that your skin is flawless. You want to make sure that your skin is going to take well to the makeup. Now, it is like almost 90 degrees in New York City, and I secretly have no reason to be putting on makeup besides the fact that I have to go to work. That is one reason. Secretly, I should just like not even put anything on, but I'm gonna do it because, you know, I kind of have to. So starting off with the skincare, like I said, I just want to be sure that if you guys leave comments, I'll be able to see them. I don't know how you do that though. This is like my second time ever going live on YouTube, so I have no idea if I'm being seen correctly. Hopefully. I don't know. So y'all let me know if anything goes awry, because I'll be looking. Anyway, back to skincare. I always start off first with washing my face. The face wash that I use is what is that called? It's like for like skin that is like sensitive skin. I think it's called, I don't know. Use your favorite face wash, okay? Because I don't know what my face wash is called. So starting off, after you do your, face wash, I like to move on to this. This is called Acne Free Cleansing Daily Pads, whatever. And I use these because these are freaking awesome. Like, my skin cleared up crazy by using this and these other two things. But I'm going to start with this first. It's got like a menthol flavor like thing to it, so when you go outside your face feels cool. And I actually really like these pads. And the sad thing is that now that I actually like them, when I first got them I hated them because I didn't like the menthol feel at first. I thought it was like burning my skin, but in actuality it's actually more cool than it is burning. I guess it just depends on your body chemistry that day. But yeah, and it also feels like it's scrubbing your skin and getting rid of any dead skin that could build up and cake up underneath your foundation or your makeup. So that's another important thing too. You want to exfoliate your skin to make sure that you're getting the best possible surface for your makeup. So I'm just going ahead and just wiping this all over. And I really do like this pad a lot. Alright. And even when you think your face is clean, after you see how much dirt still comes off, you're like shook, like damn. But these are really good. And I can't find them anywhere now, and I'm so sad. I've gone to Rite Aid, I went to Duane Reade, I've been to CVS. I can't find them anywhere, and I got them from, I think I got it from a Rite Aid, and all the Rite Aids I've been to in the city don't have them, and I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to a skin serum, and this serum is by Ole Henriksen, and it's called the Truth Collagen Booster Serum. And this is a serum that pretty much has orange vitamin C, and it gives your skin a natural glow. If you can already tell from the face pad alone, I kind of got like a little bit of a glowy situation on anyway. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust. Yeah, I got like a little bit of a glowy situation anyway because of the white, but this is gonna actually add a really nice glow as well. So just one pump of that, and I press it onto my skin. And it smells so freaking good. It smells just like oranges. And the reason why you want to pat this into your skin and not rub it into your skin is because what it'll do is absorb better when you pat it into the skin. And I learned this technique from a makeup brand when I used to work at Sephora. I think it's called Clarins. One of the Clarins representatives came and told us like, hey, you guys should, you know, press in the product and not just rub it in. I do this every day. Yes, I definitely do this every day. And I think that's what's helping with my acne scars, because I used to have really dark acne scars, but now they're slowly fading away. This one, this right here, just came last week. So, whatever. And last thing I'm going to use is tea tree oil. And I only need like 2 drops of this, because any more, I'll be a grease ball. And once again, I just pat this onto the skin. And it helps absorb much faster. And I really, really, really like this as well, because it also gives off that minty feel on your skin. So on a hot summer day, this is perfect. Like today, it's so fucking hot outside. What did you put on your face for dark spots, please? I only just came on. Well, I use, for dark spots, one thing I noticed is that you really do have to drink a lot of water and use something that's going to resurface the texture of your skin. So what I've been using is the acne-free acne pads. And this will basically resurface the texture of your skin, kind of like an exfoliator. And gradually you'll see that your dark spots start to fade. And also you want to keep in mind that you want to use SPF, because SPF is going to prevent the sun from darkening the spots that you just kind of faded away. So I suggest these. I just got to find another one. Like, I can't find them anywhere. I've been to like 20 stores looking for the same product. And I had got it all the way in Bay Ridge. If you're from Brooklyn and you know where Bay Ridge is, if you don't live near it, it's far. So yeah, whatever. Okay, so after I've done my face, I move on to moisturizing my lips. I use the Sugar Agave Lip Mask. It's so hot today that it's like pouring out automatically. You have to use it fast. And this is made from pure agave, and it's really, really nice on the lips. And it will help your lips stay nice and moisturized throughout the day, even when it comes off. So, yeah. Alright. Now that our base is down of skincare, we're going to move on to primer. The primer that I'm going to be using today is, well, I use this most days anyway. This is the Clinique Super Primer Universal Face Primer. I really like this because there is a skincare element to this. All Clinique's makeup has like a skincare based element, which is pretty much making sure that whatever you're using isn't going to like clog and block your pores and make your skin you know, break out or anything like that. It's 100% fragrance free, and a lot of times makeup with fragrance in it tends to break me out, so you have to be wary of fragrances in your makeup products. So this is a really good one, and it's also 100% allergy free. So if you have skin that tends to just break out and you don't know why, try to use things that are non-comedogenic, which means things that won't clog your pores, and also things that are allergy free, allergy tested. So I'm just going to put those in the hot spots, you know, the T-zone area. And work whatever's left out into my cheeks. Now, a lot of people ask me about smile lines, which is this right here, and how to prevent smile lines from forming when you have makeup on. And that's all in taking care of your face and your base before you put your makeup on. So this is one of the things that I like to do. I like to make sure that I rub the product into the laugh line that I get, because I usually get one right here, as you can see, and one right here. So I always just take the primer and just rub it upwards. Okay, now that the primer is on, I'm gonna move on to a form of like a technique that I've been using lately that I really like because it makes everything a little bit faster for me, and that's underpainting. And underpainting is highlighting from within. It's like a highlight from within. So what I'm going to use for that is the Maybelline concealer, the Fit Me concealer. Like, everybody knows this concealer. And the number that I am is 30 Cafe. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes. Normally, what I would do is put my foundation on first and then put on the concealer, but today what I'm doing to kind of speed things up is I'm going to put the concealer first and then the foundation on top. So just, you know, dot it on like that. And you're gonna look crazy at first, but that's, everybody always looks crazy at first. I don't really like too much highlight on my chin and on my nose. I think it looks weird because I have such a alien shaped head. I can't really accentuate my chin as much because I'll look really, really weird. Okay. Moving on, I'm going to use a domed, fluffy type brush. And this is from e.l.f. It's called the Flawless Concealer Brush. It's a really good brush for blending out concealer underneath your eyes or anywhere on your face, rather. And you just tap and blend that on in. I've heard of that technique. But what I think would happen with me, a person who has dry skin, that technique would probably enhance the way my dryness will occur throughout the day. I don't necessarily have oily skin. I used to have oily skin when I used to do a lot of things that I shouldn't do. Like, you know, I would eat poorly, I would, you know, just a lot of different factors of why my skin was so oily, but now it's on the normal to dry side. Thank God, finally. So as you can see, I'm just blending that out. And you want to just make sure that it's even. It doesn't have to be perfect because foundation is going to go on top of it anyway, but you do want to make sure that it's blended out pretty evenly. How to find your skin type. Do you mean as far as if your skin is oily or not, or dry, or do you mean skin type is in like foundation or concealer, what colors to go for? Because I noticed that how to find out whether or not your skin is oily or dry, I think it all happens in the morning time. Like when I first wake up, when I used to have oily skin, my skin would just be shiny and you could wipe the oil off my face in the morning time. Like that's when I just woke up. I'm just like, wow, why am I so oily? And it's just because your body produces more of what's happening in your body at night is kind of the extreme of what happens in the daytime. So that's why they say use your best skincare at night because it'll absorb it more. So yeah, my skin used to be very oily in the morning times, and now I wake up and I have little to no oil at all. I usually wake up needing to put on something and wash my face immediately. The concealer that I'm using is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer number 30. I don't know why I'm sniffling so much. I don't even have a cold. It's just when I get excited, my nose starts to get. What's a good way to make sure you're contouring in the right place? Well, once we get to that part of the the makeup tutorial, I will definitely go over that. But it's pretty simple, pretty easy. It depends on your face shape. Me, I have a heart face shape, and you could tell your face shape by how broad your forehead is, by how narrow your cheek bones are, like how far they come out or how narrow they are. You could just notice by certain aspects of your face, and you want to make sure you contour appropriately for your face shape, because what everybody is tending to do is just contour here, contour there. But sometimes what you also need to do is highlight here or contour down here. It's like a whole big thing that you got to kind of like be wary of. Okay, next I'm going to move on to foundation, and the foundation that I'm using is the same brand as the concealer, the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, Dewy Smooth. I like the Dewy Smooth because I feel like it's nice and watery, and I prefer watery foundations. I don't like foundations that are really thick, because I feel like thick foundations tend to crack over a period of time. My foundation always creases between my lips and nose. I always moisturize before applying my foundation and exfoliate. Wow. Wait, what area did you say? Between your lips and nose. Well, those areas, the lip and the nose area, like right here, because you're talking, because you're eating, because you're interacting, and your face is reacting to, you know, whatever situations you're in, it's going to happen. It's one of those things where you have to just check up on it and make sure that you just keep it nice and fresh throughout the day, just by just tapping it. It's not really that big of a deal. I could see, like, if you had like creasing underneath your eyes, that's when it starts to become a little bit too noticeable. The upper lip area, I don't think it's normal, it's common. You just have to keep checking up on it. I have that foundation, but it makes my face look so dull. You don't know why. I'm not sure why either. Does it look too dull, as in like it's in the wrong shade of foundation for you? That could be the problem. It might be the wrong shade. The shade of this foundation is 360 Mocha. I always wear this foundation every day, pretty much. People ask me, what foundation are you using? And it's always 100% the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. So now taking this brush, it's like a flat kabuki brush. Normally I would use like an airbrush type of brush, but it's dirty right now. So no. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tap the foundation and all over the face, and then blend it out once I'm done tapping it all over. Just want to make sure that it hits certain areas first. And honestly, a lot of the makeup problems that people have, 100% of the time, it is skincare related. So skincare, even though it's annoying and it can be costly, it is something that I think should be your #1 investment. That's why I spend so frivolously on makeup. I rather spend the money on cosmetics. I mean, not cosmetics, skincare items, because I feel like that's what makes your skin look better. That's what makes everything look smooth and even. It's your skincare and your chemistry, your body chemistry. So you want to also reflect on that too by eating well, properly. Exercising actually helps because it expels toxins out your body. So you want to make sure that your skincare is on point, because otherwise it's like working on something backwards. You're working backwards when you are trying to cover everything, because what covering is going to do is actually just make things worse. So like I said, you want to work forward. So start on the skincare and then work your way to the makeup, and then everything will work out for you. Do you wear sunscreen to prevent discoloration? Secretly, no. I should do it, but I actually don't, and I should. Do you have any tips for oily skin care? And why does the comments keep disappearing? I eat like a cow and don't drink water. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you change that habit. Eating is fine. I feel like eating is fine. But you know what you also want to make sure you kind of avoid is dairy. Dairy carries something in it. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it is the lactose in dairy that causes certain people to break out and causes their skin to kind of go haywire out of nowhere on them. So I do avoid a lot of dairy. I'm not gonna front, I do eat dairy, but not as much as, you know, not as much as I would like. Okay. Tips for oily skin. I would say drink a lot of water. Also, as far as skincare wise, get brands that cater towards oily skin. Use a lot of charcoal masks, because charcoal, what it do is draws out impurity in the skin. My favorite charcoal mask or mud mask is by Peter Thomas Roth. It's called the Irish Moor Mud Mask, and that mask really does purify the skin and make it so that it doesn't look so oily and everything like that. So you just want to make sure your skincare is on point. That's what I would preach to everybody. Skincare, skincare, skincare. And my favorite place to go for skincare is Sephora. And because Sephora, what they do is they'll have a test there for you that you can take, and it'll help you find exactly what you need. Also, a good place to go for skincare is the drugstore. So go to like Rite Aid, CVS, Duane Reade, and get stuff that is made for gentle skin. Because a lot of the times the acne stuff, although it says it'll help your acne, it could cause you to, you know, break out even more because it's so strong and intense. So I like to use things that are made for gentle skin, like Eucerin or what else? Dove is good. Neutrogena is good. I just don't like to use anything with really harsh chemicals. So that's the bottom line of that story. You need to consume dairy to maintain your thighs. Oh, girl. I mean, it's a give or take. You know, you can always get thick other ways, if you know what I mean. But yeah, dairy is bad for you, girl. Although we love it. Like, I love a good ice cream. I live for ice cream. But I can't consume it as much as I used to. I mean, I think there's like vegan ice cream, there's vegan substitutions, and although vegan stuff kind of does taste like cardboard, you gotta make way. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, next step is I'm using a mixture that I created myself, and this mixture is of a few different face powders for highlighting. One of the powders is from this kit right here. I'm gonna show you. The Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. In the middle, they have this really nice camel color highlight color that you would use to kind of highlight underneath your not eyebrows, but underneath your eyes, your chin, your forehead. You would use that. I crushed that up and put it in here, and I put some translucent powder in here. I also used a little banana powder. So those three powders are in this. And I mixed it because I just felt like those three would be like the best combination for what I'm trying to achieve. So what I'm gonna do is, with a powder puff, I cannot stress how important using a powder puff is. Using a brush is not going to do the job, especially if you have oily skin, because what the powder puff does, it makes whatever you're putting on it stick to the skin. You want to make sure that you're using a powder puff because it will stick to the skin. A brush, what it's going to do if you just tap it and put it onto the face, is not going to stay. It's going to actually look horrible throughout the night. It's going to flake off, it's going to get oily, and then you're going to feel like, well, I feel like I did all the right steps, I'm using all the right products. Is that the tool that you're using may be the thing that's messing you up? So try to use a powder puff. The powder puff that I'm using came inside of my e.l.f. setting powder, and I have like 100 of these because I used to buy that powder all the time, but I slowed down now. But anyway, back to this. I'm gonna take some powder onto the powder puff, and we're gonna get, ooh, see See that creasage underneath my eye? You probably can't, but just know that there's a crease line forming underneath my eye. And I'm just gonna blend that so that when I set it, I won't be setting a crease line onto my face. And you want to try to lift your eyes, like kind of squint, so that the bottom part of your eyes isn't folding and the skin isn't contracting. And that's how you put your powder underneath. And the reason why you want to do that is, like I said, you want to prevent fine line creasing in your makeup. So now you can relax your eye. Well, after I'm done, I'll relax my eye. I've never tried, well, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I've tried Queen Helene lotion, and it was real watery. I didn't like it. It was like a cocoa butter lotion, I think, and it was super watery, and I didn't like it. In one of your tutorials, I saw that you used the Ben Nye Olive Sand setting powder. Wait, what? Where did it go? These comments disappear after a second, so it's like so annoying. I was wondering, what skin tones is it good for? It's definitely good for girls that are like my skin tone. It's also good up until, I would say, people who have the skin tone of, who's famous that has like a skin tone that could still use olive sand as a highlight setting powder? No, just me. Like, I would say anything lighter than me, it will make somebody look tired underneath their eyes, because it's a darker color. You know, it's made for dark skin. So you want to definitely use it for a darker skin tone. I wouldn't use it for anything lighter. Lighter than you would use the banana and all that other stuff. Yeah. So I'm just tapping that in, and I'm trying not to use too much of the powder, because I've noticed that it just, I don't know. The more powder you use, for me especially underneath my eyes, is definitely more visible. How do you get your makeup to look so smooth besides skincare? Well, I hate to like beat a dead horse, but it is the skincare. Because if your skincare isn't right, if you're not exfoliating, then your skin cell turnover is going to be slower, and what that causes is flakiness of the skin. It causes acne. It can cause fine lines. What it will do, it's like when you're carving a piece of wood and you sand down with sandpaper, what that's doing is resurfacing and retexturizing the wood so that you can have a smooth and finished polish. So it's the skincare, I would say. If you don't necessarily want to, focus on skincare as much, I would say I use these body gloves that I get from CVS, and they're like, they have like not a sandpaper texture, but it's like, it's not soft. Like if you rub it against your skin, it will exfoliate. I use that every day on my skin as well as an exfoliator. What do you think is the major key for a good highlight? Definitely patience, because I feel like people just kind of like dust it on and expect for it to be like popping. You want to make sure that when you're putting on your highlight, that you're considering angles, you're considering where the light is going to hit you, you're considering what shade of highlight you're using. It's all about consideration and taking your time and learning what products you have and how they work and why they work in the way that they work. So what I'm doing right now is I'm highlighting onto the sides of my nose bridge so that when I contour, I have a better nose bridge. Because as you saw before I put my makeup on, I don't have a nose bridge. I just have like a nose that just comes out of nowhere. So I have to create myself a nose bridge. What's a good daily exfoliator? See, you don't even have to use anything that has exfoliating beads in it. You could just get yourself an exfoliating glove and use your daily skin cleanser and a soft daily skin cleanser, and that's actually better than using something that has micro scrublet little beads in it, because what that's going to do is it might be too harsh for the skin and cause fine very small microscopic scrapes onto your skin, and from that scrape you could be using anything or doing anything, touch your face, and it will cause a pimple because there was an opening. So that's why I like to use the gloves as a day-to-day exfoliator, and then on the weekends I like to use something that actually does exfoliate the skin, like a cleanser. Any good products of mine to maintain clear skin? I would say I definitely like to use tea tree oil after I exfoliate my skin, because the tea tree oil will block anything from coming in and causing any kind of breakouts. So definitely tea tree oil is a great staple product. This is also one of my new staple products. This is the Acne Free Daily Skin Therapy Acne Pads. Even though I don't really suffer from acne as much, I break out when I get my period, but those are good as a preventative measure. And another good product you want to use for your skin is a vitamin C serum. This one is Ola Henriksen, but you can use any other vitamin C serum. It doesn't have to be this one, because this one does cost like $45 just for this one thing. So you could find something else that is a good substitute. I'm not sure of one, but I'm sure there are plenty different ones that you could choose from. How often do I exfoliate? I exfoliate maybe twice. Well, not twice a day. I would say 3 or 4 times a week. How often do you use face mask? Because I've never tried that before. Oh girl, you are missing out. You have to try a face mask. I use a face mask maybe 2 days out of the week. I use pretty much 1 or 2. The first one that I use is the Irish Moor mud mask one that I talked about earlier. And I love that fucking mask. Okay, it's all black. It looks like one of those black masks that you see on Instagram that the guys are using when they're in the chair and they peel it off and you see all the black heads and white heads that were hidden below the surface of the skin. But instead of it peeling off, it doesn't peel off. It stays on the face and it doesn't dry out the skin. It stays nice and moist, and you leave it on for about 20 minutes and then you hot towel it off and your skin looks fucking flawless afterwards. And another one that I use is the Rose face mask from Fresh. That one I use after I use the black mask, because it will hydrate my skin as a toner. Have you used Noxzema? In the past I did use Noxzema, but I noticed that it was bleaching my damn skin and I hated it. I'm trying to look as dark as possible, because I feel like dark skin is so gorgeous to me. Like if I see someone with darker skin than me, I instantly get jealous, because I feel like the darker the skin, the more beautiful you are. And Noxzema bleached my skin, so I stopped using it, because it does have bleaching ingredients in it. So does Ambi. I would say if you're trying to get rid of acne marks, then use it. But if you're not trying to get rid of any dark marks, don't use anything that have a bleach cream in it or a bleach in it, because I feel like that's just like, it ruins the good dark skin that you may have. What's my go-to foundation? The Fit Me foundation from Maybelline. Okay, so once all of that's kind of set in, I'm gonna move on to contouring my face. Now I almost dropped my laptop. I like to use a couple different kinds. They're both from Black Radiance, but they're different colors. One of them is in the medium to dark complexion kit that I showed you, and the other one, it comes separately. It's like a black pressed powder. This one is called Ebony, and this one is the darkest one, so I use this one first. As you can see, I really hit pan on this one, because this is the color I use mostly every day. So what I like to do is I start out sculpting my face. Now, someone asked earlier a question about how to know where is the best place to start with contouring. If you have a head shape that is similar to mine, which is, I guess you could say, a heart-shaped face, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start, I like to start with my cheekbones. This little part of your ear right here, I don't know what it's called, but that's a good indicator to know where your highlight should kind of like start. Now, if you want to elongate your face, you're going to contour going in a downward motion like that to elongate. If you want to keep your face nice and high, your cheekbones high, you're going to kind of act like you're going to touch the tip of your nose. So just a back and forth kind of motion, and then I like to sweep up. And this powder really does, the contour powder that I'm using really does make my skin look like it's super smooth. That's what I like about dark skin. It's like dark skin always looks so smooth. Like the darkest of dark skin, oh my god, it's like butter. Like if I had super dark skin, like I don't know who has really dark skin. Like if I had a skin tone like Lupita Nyong'o or whatever her name is, I would never wear makeup ever, because her skin is just freaking gorgeous. Okay, so now that that's, what is the name of that Irish mask? It's called the Peter Thomas Roth Irish Moor mask. Does Noxzema get rid of discoloration around the mouth? It can, but I don't suggest it. I do suggest, if you want to use something to help lighten areas of the skin of your face, I would say create your own mask. And things that lighten the skin that are natural would be baking soda, lemon juice, aspirin, like crush aspirin, but the non-coated tablets, you have to make sure they're non-coated. What else lightens the skin? Turmeric powder lightens the skin. So make your own mask. So what I used to do is turmeric, honey, and baking soda and lemon juice, mix that together, and then leave that on the area of where you're trying to lighten for about 15 minutes or so. Wash that off, and then you'll see like an instant difference. It's like an instantaneous difference. With continued use, it will help lighten the skin naturally without using those harsh chemicals. So now I'm just sweeping up my contour onto my cheekbone. And I have, like, I don't want to say my face shape is weird, but you do have to be a little bit more cautious with a face shape like mine, because from the side it looks like I have a lot of space, but in the front I have really small features. I have small eyes, I have small nose, small lips. So I have to make sure that when I'm contouring my face, I'm not overdoing it. And when I'm highlighting my face, I'm only highlighting certain areas. And I'm gonna bring out my face a little bit more next. You'll see what I'm gonna do. And I'm just shaping my chin here. Now I'm about to extend my jawline because I feel like I got lost in it with the contour. So using this palette, I'm gonna go in with the middle color for sculpting or highlighting, and I'm gonna go right underneath that contour. And you see how that just instantly brought out my contour? A lot of the time, what I try to stress to people is that it's not necessarily about contouring, it's more so about highlighting with dark skin. Dark skin needs more highlighting than it does contouring. Contouring is just a gesture that you make to kind of like, I guess you could say, bring back in darkness. but it doesn't necessarily need it. We need more so highlighting. So that instantly made it look like I have like a really deep contour when I didn't really do too much. I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Have you ever used eyeshadow to contour? Yes, I've done that before. Actually, one of my favorite colors that I use to contour, and I still use it to this day, is from Smashbox. It's called Sumatra. I don't know. I'm gonna let you see if you can see it. It's S-U-M-A, Sumatra. Sumatra, yeah. And I have like 3 of these. Well, not this specific one, but I have like a big one. And I use that for extreme contouring. Oh, wow. Black eyeshadow for contouring? I mean, if you're real dark skin, like if you've got really, really, really deep skin, then I don't see anything wrong with that. It's beautiful. So this is just reinforcing my contour, but really making it stand out altogether. Yeah, if you're like my skin tone, using black is too extreme. You want to use a really dark brown eyeshadow. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back in with my darker contour, and this is from Black Radiance, and it's called Ebony. What concealer did you use under your eyes? I used the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, number 30 Cafe. So using a round domed brush like this, I'm going to just lightly accentuate that contour there. And that did a lot. You want to blend that out so that it doesn't look crazy. Success on YouTube, I wouldn't say that I'm the best person to give tips on how to be successful on YouTube. And that's because I don't feel like I've even reached a certain level of success on YouTube. But I do know that it involves you being more consistent. I'm not consistent on YouTube. And that's mostly because I have a lot of priorities in my real life that I have to take care of. So, but if you have the time to be on YouTube, then I guess, like, you know, just make videos and record. I would like to do more vlog style videos, but I don't think my life is that interesting enough. Because all I do is go to work and come home pretty much. Unless you guys want to see me partying, club hopping, but you don't want to see that. And I don't have any family where I live, so it's not like I can just show you me going to go hang out with my family or something. I mean, I could show you my dog days, like where I take my dog everywhere I go and me and him go places and have fun, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm just hitting up face parts that need the contouring a little bit more. Okay. I haven't used LA Colors concealers. I feel like they're a little bit thicker for me. I don't like thick. Alright. So this is what I'm looking like so far. Now what I'm gonna do after that is I'm gonna contour my nose out. And the brush that I like to use for contouring my nose is something thin, like a paddled brush. Something thin like that. Where are you from originally? I'm American. I was born and raised in America. And so was my family. I am a black girl. Okay. Now, this part requires me to have a mirror because I'm really particular about how my nose looks, because I have it, to me, I feel like I just have two large nostrils. Well, they're not large, but they're just, I just see two nostrils. I don't see a nose. So I'm just going to contour out my nose. I'm really particular about that. I'm from Massachusetts originally. And I'm going back into this palette for my contour for my nose, using this color. Tap off my excess, and I'm gonna work, I like to work looking at my face from the side, because that's how you can kind of see like a better picture of how it's going to look. And I use the very tips of the brush to give myself a line. Okay, and like I said, I'm really particular about my nose contour. And how it looks. Okay, side number one. Now we're gonna go on to side number two. And I've noticed that the closer I get with my contouring, like on each side, when I wipe off all this excess powder, it actually normals out. It doesn't look as crazy as it looks here. So now I kind of got like a nose bridge situation going on, kind of. Now I'm just shading all the way up into my eyebrow. Excuse me. It's like when I get like excited, my nose starts to trickle. I don't know why. It's always done that. Silly nose. And then I'm going underneath with my powder and just restructuring the bottom part of my nose. It is so hot in New York City. Like, I took my dog with me jogging and I had to come bring him back to the house because he was just like, bitch, why do you have me out here? So I brought him back home. I felt so bad for him because he's little, you know. I don't know where he's at right now. He's probably sleeping, but he's little. He doesn't really like to be outside. Okay. And I'm just gonna go with whatever's left on this powder puff and highlight. See, I think Texas is hot, but you know what it is? Texas probably doesn't have dry heat like we do. Like, New York City, the heat is dry. The sun is, I mean, not dry, it's moist, rather. Sorry. It's so moist and hot that it makes it uncomfortable. I feel like maybe down south, the heat is drier, but up north, because of, like, all the pollution, all the shit, like, it's just humid and hot and makes you feel less than human. It's disgusting. You have to wear little to no clothing outside. Is very humid in Texas, for real? Oh, wow. I mean, I've never been to Texas. One of my friends used to live in, well, my old friend lived in Texas. And she would say it was hot, but she would say they like lived in AC. Like everywhere they go, there is AC. My nose isn't, my nose as a unit isn't big, but I do have big nostrils. Do you have any suggestions on how to contour? Nostrils? Wow. Yeah, I would suggest you doing what I did. Like my nose, like you said, as a unit, it isn't big. In theory, my nose isn't big. When I have no makeup on, my nose is small. But as soon as I put on makeup, I feel like my nose gets bigger, if that makes any sense. So I have to kind of like change it back. Try living in Jamaica. Super, oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about how living in Jamaica would be. But at least you guys have bodies of water that you can go to that's beautiful, that's clean, that's sanitary. In New York, you go to a body of water, it's like you're playing with your body's pH level. Like you're playing a deadly game. So much pollution. But I will say, in New York, if you go to Fire Island, I love Fire Island. I only went one time and I'm like dying to go back. I wanted to go for my birthday. My birthday is next week. I wanted to go for my birthday, but it's not happening. So that color that I was telling you guys about, that is an eyeshadow. I'm going to be using that to kind of highlight underneath, not highlight, but contour underneath my nose a bit. So yeah. It's hot in the UK, a bit rainy and cloudy, but you'll get used to it. I've never been to the UK. I heard it's rainy, like you said. So, I don't know. Does that make it more humid because it's hot and raining out there? My birthday is May 22nd. I think it's on a Monday. So I'm a crazy Gemini. Well, I guess you could say like on the cusp of Taurus Gemini. But I would say I definitely fall under the Gemini category. When am I going to come to Cali? When I have some Cali money. Spring and summer in Australia is so hot. Oh, what? I am Australia? Whew. I imagine. Australia. I have a coworker who's from Australia, and he used to complain about the heat all the time. Like, he'd be like, oh, this is nothing. What you guys are experiencing is nothing. In Michigan, it was 87, and today is 59. Oh, that's the kind of weather that gets you sick. I mean, New York does that a lot, too, because 2 weeks ago, for, I think it was Easter Sunday, it was like 80 degrees, and everybody was loving it. It was great. It was fantastic. The next day, the very next day, it was like you said, 59 and raining. It's so hot in Cali. This desert heat is no joke. Oh my gosh. I bet. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking whatever is left on this little powder puff, and I'm just going over my contour to kind of tame it so that it doesn't look too dark. It kind of just like tones it down a little bit. And I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna dust off any excess powder right now. And what highlighting underneath your foundation does is just gives your skin that glow from within, so it doesn't look too bright. Trying to see if I can adjust this a little bit better, because I look tired in this lighting. But okay, now smile lines, because I get these whenever I talk, and I talk a lot. So with a clear translucent powder, what I'm gonna do is, this is by e.l.f., by the way, I'm going to take my tongue and press it against my cheek where my laugh lines normally would be. So that's my laugh line right here, the more irritating one. And I'm just going to press the powder in my laugh line. Okay? And I'm telling you, it works. So what that's going to do is stretch. When you stretch the skin and put the powder on it, it kind of settles into that line, preventing makeup from creasing and looking all ratchet. Excuse me. I ran out of dip brow, and I didn't get a chance to get myself a new dip brow. So I'm low-key sad, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for my eyebrows. I mean, I have a little bit left that I can finesse and make it do what it do. And as you can see, when I was shaving my eyebrows, I fucked this one up, so ignore that. Okay, using what very little dip brow I have left, I'm gonna take some oil. Doesn't even matter which oil, but I'm gonna use my, where is it? Where's my oil? Oh no. Where is it? No way. Where is it? Guess I'm gonna have to use tea tree oil. Oh, found it. So normally I would use this oil. This is by Josie Moran. Like whenever something is dry, whenever I have a creamy makeup product that's kind of dry, I just put Josie Moran oil in it and it works like it's supposed to. So I'm just gonna mix that to bring it back to life. There's like literally nothing in this damn thing, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm going to make this work for me. Okay. I should be using powder because it is hot outside, but I think I'll use a little bit of powder towards the front part of my eyebrow. Ugh, it's too much oil, I think. It's a little bit too oily. Alright, brows. Now, I don't necessarily like to give brow tips because a majority of people don't even like my eyebrows. So, and what they fail to realize is I'm not drawing them on thick because I just feel like it. I have thick eyebrows, like naturally they're like that's thick. And this is just the shaved down version. So that's why I draw my eyebrows on so thick, because they are naturally thick. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna start by making a line underneath. I prefer a more straight brow, so I'll do a straight line there and a straight line up here, and just connect the two. I was gonna do eyeshadows today, but it's too daggone hot. Supposed to be meeting up with some friends after work tonight to go have some drinks. You know, I love a good cocktail or two or three. Yeah. I love thick eyebrows. I've been putting Jamaica black castor oil to try and get mine thicker. Yeah. See, the reason why my brows are so thick is because my dad, my biological father, had a unibrow. Okay? He has a unibrow. Like, super thick brows. And my mom, she has like normal brows. But thick eyebrows look horrible on me because I have a huge forehead, and if I can wear thick eyebrows, you can wear thick eyebrows too. I really do have a huge forehead, but it balances out because I have a small head. So like I have a big forehead, but when I turn to the side, I actually have a small head. So it balances out in a weird way. And plus, in my opinion, I think the prettiest girls have big foreheads. Just think about it. Think about all the prettiest girls in the world, like, that are famous. and think about their foreheads. They're huge. Rihanna's forehead is huge. Tyra Banks' forehead is huge. Kelly Rowland got a big forehead. Naomi Campbell, she ain't have a big forehead, but she got a big forehead now because she like wear too many weaves. Naomi Campbell got a big forehead. Who else got a big forehead that's really pretty? Drea from Basketball Wives, she got a big forehead and she's really pretty. I don't know. Just think about it. Like, there are people who are pretty typically have larger foreheads because we have a lot of thinking to do. I mean, a large forehead doesn't necessarily mean that you will be pretty, but I think to me, but that's just probably me because I have a large forehead. I try to like find other people with large foreheads to share the sympathy with. I used to get picked on heavily for my forehead in middle school, like heavily, but that was because I was young. I didn't grow into my looks, so kind of like the ugly duckling, like, you know, whatever. But hey, I embrace it now. Back in the day I used to hate my forehead, but now nobody can tell me nothing about my forehead. There are those times when I do get like, I get a little self-conscious. It was a meme that said, my forehead is big because of disrespectful thoughts I keep to myself. You know what? That could be true. Shit. I think a lot of mean things sometimes, and I don't say them, but sometimes I think bad things. Alright. Trying to hurry this part up. Yesterday I was so mad at myself. My eyebrows came out so horrible. Because I was mad. I was not necessarily mad, but I was like worried yesterday while I was doing my makeup. Like I was having a moment. And it really totally reflected how my eyebrows came out that day. They came out horrible. And I had to take the eyebrow part off and redo it over again because it just was looking so bad. And I hate having to like restart something over. I don't know why my laptop turned off. I was playing music. Then again, I don't know. Does YouTube stop you when you play music on live? I don't know. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. You know what it is? Certain lighting, like when I have my window open, the lighting just gets fucked up. And I can't see what I'm doing. Like, see how like this, like the light kind of changed like the whole look? That's what it was. But it's so hot, I need the fan. Your eyelashes are so long. Do you use castor oil on them? No, they're not long. They're not long. I mean, they probably would be longer if they weren't so curly. They have such a deep curl. Okay. It's hot. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. I want to go grab some water. Wait, is there any? Oh, what the hell? What are you using for your eyebrows? I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow, but I put some oil in it. That's why it's so shiny like this. Because I have like barely any left. I have to buy one today when I go to work. Majka. Hi, Majka. I hope I'm saying your name right. So what are you guys' summer plans? Like, what are you guys doing for the summer? Summer is right around the corner. I have plans to go see my family in Alabama. I may even stop down to Miami. I am. I'm not gonna say I may. I'm gonna stop to Miami. I have a girlfriend that lives there, and she always keeps inviting me to go. So I'm gonna go see her. I have another girlfriend that lives in Colombia, and I want to go see her, but I gotta have the coins for it. I don't have the coins to go to Colombia right now. You don't like using eyebrow pencil? No. I hate using pencil for my eyebrow. I like dip brow. Starting grad school next week, so that's what my summer is looking like. Oh, congratulations. That's something admirable. You know what I mean? Like, that's a positive thing. You know what I mean? All you ladies are in not high school. All you ladies are in college and doing exactly what you should be doing, and that's admirable. Don't feel like you're missing out on something because you ain't. There is nothing that you're missing out on. So I'm just doing this brow. I want to just travel this summer. I want to see nice things. Last summer was a good summer. Like, I did a lot of fun shit last summer. So I'm hoping the summer is the same as last summer. Meet a lot of new people. Have fun. That's my goal. Eyebrows are like the shakiest part of doing my face. I get so nervous. Came out decent. My full name is Taquania. Yeah. My aunt named me. I don't know why she named me that. Alright. So from this point, I'm just gonna brush out that product so it don't look so thick. Thank you. I did a tutorial on how to get your hair slicked back like this. It's up on here. I did that not too long ago. A few months ago. Still use the same exact techniques. I love this hairstyle, especially for hot days like this. Like, I have a wig that I've been wearing, and girl, it's just too hot for a wig. Not on today. Can't do no wig today. And everybody always thinks I'm bald. I don't know why. Why do people think I'm bald? I mean, no. I get that question a lot on my Instagram. Are you bald? No, I'm not bald. I have hair. It's really slicked back. I get a lot of weird questions on not YouTube, on Instagram. Just questions that like, be like, just got a text message. Okay. And I'm just very lightly filling in the front part of my brow. Don't want it to be too dark. I can't wait to see this generation get old. This generation of women. Like, I can't wait to see what we're gonna all look like when we're like 70 years old doing our eyebrows like this, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get old. I know it's gonna happen. I don't want to get old, but I can't wait to see what I'm gonna look like. We're all gonna look like drag queens when we're old. I love it. So I'm gonna be shaping my eyebrows with a thicker concealer. This has to be the most narcissistic generation. It is. It really is. Like me, I personally think that I should have been born early enough to have lived my life in the 70s. I feel like that would, like the 60s and 70s, that would have been my era, because I love the music. I would have been one of the like people in like Studio 67 or whatever number it was. 67? Was it 67? Studio 60 something. I would have been there. I would have been that girl, just like that's my life. And yeah. Another age I would have liked to been, I would have liked to live my 20s in the 90s too. But I'm living my 20s now, and that sucks. It really does suck. I don't want to live my 20s now, because I just feel like I'm too advanced. Like, I feel like back in the days, like, they were more advanced. Like, they were having fun, and there wasn't all this shit. Like, I feel like men were real men, like, back then. Like, you know what I mean? If they liked you, they approached you and took you out on dates and were chivalrous and stuff like that. Like, I would have loved to have been 20 years old in 1974. Would have just loved it. Like, I wouldn't mind being old right now at all, because I feel like this is the day and age where anything can happen. Anybody can die at any moment. That's fine with me. I should have been able to have lived my life back then, so I would have been fine. So, yeah. And I'm just shaping up my brows with a light concealer. This concealer is a little bit thick, and I do like to use thicker concealer for underneath my eyebrows to kind of lay down any stray hairs that didn't get shaved. I don't pluck my eyebrows, I only shave them, and that's another reason why they stay thick, is because when you pluck an eyebrow and you pluck the hairs continuously over the time, the hair, I guess you could say hair bud, closes up and it stops growing hair at that specific place. So I stopped doing that. I only shave. I wish I lived near like water. I used to live in Rockaway Beach. I loved living in Rockaway Beach. Now I'm in the middle of Brooklyn. Not to say I don't like it here, because it's cool. Like, it's easy to get to everywhere from this point. But when I was living in Rockaway, the beach was literally 5 minutes away. Like, I would just get out my house and walk across the street, and there's the beach. Like, I'm a outdoorsy kind of girl. I love being outside. That's my favorite thing in the summer. Love being outside in the summer. And I feel like my eyebrows always look the sharpest when I have my hair pulled back. Like, I could really see like what's going on, like, with my eyebrows when my hair is pulled back. When I have a wig on, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm doing too much. I like my hair in a ponytail. I just recently took my braids out. I had braids, and those braids, they weren't as heavy as the last time I got braids done, but they were definitely not fun. They were cute, but like the whole braid situation, they're cute, but I can't do it for too long. I literally had them in for 28 days and I had to take it out because it was just too much. I like to be able to swing my head and do things. I mean, you can swing your head with braids, but you're gonna get slapped with them. Alright. Just blending that out. And I like to do my eyebrows pretty much last because I feel like I don't want to mess them up with foundation. Like I can get really, like I like to go over my eyebrows with foundation, so. Normally it takes me about an hour to get ready, but since I'm like talking to you guys and stuff like that, it's kind of slowing me up a little bit. Not too much though. Nearly done. Okay. Somebody is going off. Little kids are going off. Where I lived before, there was none of this. Like, it was so quiet and nice and quaint. Now I hear all the business. I hear all the tea. I guess that's kind of fun, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying. Do you ever come to Harlem? No, Harlem scares me. And the reason why Harlem scares me is because I remember the only time I've ever been to Harlem was to get my hair done. Like when I went to go get my hair braided the last time, I had got it done in Harlem. And in Harlem, it just was scary. Like, I don't know, like I don't like seeing homeless people. And I know that sounds bad and it's terrible and stuff like that, but it scares me. So like, you know, although there is like a few homeless people near where I work, I always like, hey guys, you want some pizza? Like I buy them slices of pizza. Like I don't hang out with them, but I like talk to them and treat them like humans. But one time I went to go get my hair done in Harlem, there was this group of, I don't know if they were on drugs or if they were homeless. Like I couldn't really decipher the situation. And literally one of them was standing up straight, sleeping. He was asleep and he was just like knocked out like this, like, but he was standing like trying not to fall over, and that scared I don't know why. Okay, there's this movie, I think it's by Spike Lee and it's called Clockers. And in that movie, I think there's like, because I haven't seen it in years because I'm terrified of it, but in that movie there's this character in the movie who was like a crackhead, and like he scared the life out of me. So I've always equated like seeing people like that to that movie, and it scared me as a child and it still scares me as an adult. Yes, it was on 125th. I go and get my hair braided at this place called Mama Cinta or something like that salon, and it's on 5th Avenue near 125th. Yeah, that's why I usually go to get my box braids done. And the people there are really nice. Like the lady who does my hair all the time, she's super nice. She wasn't there the last time, which I was nervous, like, oh my god, the person who usually does my hair, she's not here. I was like freaking out. But the person who did my hair was really nice and sweet. She made sure that I was comfortable and stuff like that. But I just get scared in that area because I don't know, maybe I need to hang out in Harlem, like in an area where it's like chill, like, you know, I feel like I can control what's going on. Like, I'm not a control freak, but I do like to make sure that I'm in a space where I feel comfortable and I feel like I can control or have some type of power over what's gonna happen around me, because I get nervous. I don't like to. In New York City, there's just so much going on. There's so many different types of people that don't like each other, and I just get nervous. I'm sure there are good parts of Harlem. I just gotta explore it. I gotta just, I guess, know where they're at. So I don't really get out often. Like I said, I'm pretty much like a homebody. I like to stay home and like hang out. If I do go out somewhere, it's with a group of friends, or you know, with someone. But I like to make sure that I'm somewhat in a controlled. See, you don't like. Why don't you like Brooklyn? I mean, at first I was scared too. I'm just a scary cat when it comes to like different areas that I'm unfamiliar with. But I didn't like Brooklyn initially when I first moved here, because I was like, oh my God, there's so many people walking near me. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I just felt uncomfortable here. Like, when I moved to New York, I moved to Queens. In Queens, like, I felt like I knew everything. And that's because before I moved to New York, I used to travel to Queens all the time. So when I moved out of Queens into Brooklyn, I was a little hesitant. I'm like, I'm only familiar with Queens. I'm familiar with the area where I work. I work in the city. So I'm familiar with, like, Manhattan. So that's fine with me. But as soon as I get into, like, areas that I'm not familiar with, I'm always like uncomfortable. I do love the Lower East Side, even though I'm not 100% familiar with it. I do like Lower East Side for some reason. I think like the people there are just like on a chill vibe, artsy. Like I like that kind of scene. So long as they're not on drugs, because the artsy scene, they are on a lot of drugs. But yeah. All right, I'm just trying to make sure that my eyebrows are even. I feel like this one is thinner than this one. Lower East Side is relaxed. Yeah, it is. Like, I feel like all the people that are from the Lower East Side, their family was from the Lower East Side. Their grandparents, like, everybody's from the Lower East Side. They're like from Lower East Side, and they're all really chill type of people. I've hung out there at a few bars there a few times. Like, I went to a place called Happy Endings. I guess you would consider that Lower East Side, and it's fun. Like, that place is really, really sweet. Upstairs it's like 80s dance music, and then downstairs they play like hip-hop. Like, that club was so nice that one time. When you talk about New York, sex and the city and Gossip Girl comes to mind. Oh, I mean, New York is just such a large facet. Like, there's just so much you could do here. There's so many places you can go. I do love New York, and that's why I've stayed, but secretly I want to move away to Atlanta. But I'm not going to make that move until I know for a fact that New York is not where it's at for me. So I'm going to give New York some more time to present itself. But so far I'm kind of like ready to go. And it's because my family lives down south and I want to be closer to them. And I know that's not like, you know, the smartest thing, but I don't know. I miss my family. I miss my mom, I miss my dad. I miss my family's dog, Q-Tip. That's my mom's dog. You're the only one in New York? Yep, I am the only person in New York in my family. So that's why I'm like debating, like, should I move? Should I not move? What do I do? Girl, I never know. Alright, I think I'm okay with my eyebrows right now. And I'm just gonna go back over my contour a little bit and fix right here. Right here. Okay. Hold on one moment. Okay. My nose is like really leaky. This probably isn't the best thing to wipe my nose with, seeing as though it's a wet wipe, but oh well. Oh, did it mess up my makeup? A little bit, but whatever. Now, I'm just gonna, I hate when my nose run and I have to make up my, girl, that's the story of my life. Like, every time, like, I get my makeup on, that's when my nose wants to start running. Before my makeup, I'm fine. Like, if anything, my face is dry, everything is dry, and then as soon as I put on makeup, bam, there goes my nose. Ready to leak like a faucet. And I'm just... text message. I'm just windshield wiping some contour into my crease area so that this area doesn't look so flat. My eyes water in the wintertime, girl. Like, in the wintertime, it really, really sucks. Like, I'll do a dramatic, beautiful cat eye, and as soon as I get outside, it's all gone. And I know I could use waterproof eyeliner, but I don't like waterproof eyeliner because I feel like when I'm ready to take my makeup off, it needs to come off immediately. I don't like to scrub my face trying to get makeup off. That's how you get breakouts. I like to put my cold cream on, rub it, and then tissue off my makeup. I don't like to have to scrub nothing off. And with waterproof eyeliner, waterproof mascara, like, do you like matte lips or gloss? I only wear lip liner and clear gloss. I prefer gloss too. I'm a gloss girl because not to get it twisted, like, because I have a lot of matte lipsticks, matte liquid lipsticks, whatever, but because I feel like matte liquid lipsticks make my lips look small, and I'm trying to make my features look bigger. I do have a full skincare video, Imani. You'll have to check it out. It's on my YouTube. But because why is my nose leaking? I just feel it. I hate it. What was I saying? I don't even know. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like picking my nose in your face. Yeah, because my lips are smaller, I want to make them look fuller by putting gloss. So I put a little bit of lip liner and gloss. My favorite glosses are the NYX lip glosses. They're absolutely the best thing for me. Like, I love their color range because they do have browns, and for the longest time I was looking for a brown lip gloss, and finally I found one. I'll show you it. I'll probably wear this today. It's called Ginger Snap. I love this lip gloss. I wear it damn near every day. It's my favorite. It's the best one. Or another good lip gloss. I can go on all day about lip gloss. Just lip gloss alone I can go on every day. I'm trying to find the one that I really, really, really like. I like it so much so that I don't even wear it that much because I'm like, I don't want to run out of it. I'm really weird in that way. Like, I'll buy something and then get scared of running out of it and stop using it. Like a weirdo. Okay, this one. This is by Anastasia, and it's called Sepia, and it's the perfect shade of brown. It's literally the color of my skin. Watch. I freaking love it. Well, it's not literally the color of my skin, but it's close, and it's so pretty. So freaking pretty. Use those. They're like absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm gonna move on to highlighting. I like to highlight first and then put on my eyeliner. So the highlighter I'm gonna use today is by Makeup Forever. I use this most days anyway. It's by Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. It's a bronzer and a highlight in one. So that's what it looks like. This is the bronzer and that's the highlighter. And I just focus more so on the bronzer because this highlight it's pretty, but I want more of a glow than I want a highlight because I feel like that super bright highlight is not for me. It doesn't work for me. So I'm just gonna focus Like, I'll dip a little bit into the gold, but mostly focusing on the bronzer part. And I try to like make it more visible. Would you happen to know any good highlighters for brown skin? Yeah, the one I'm using. This is by Makeup Forever, and I think this one is number 2 because there's 2 of them. The first one is for light skin and this one is for dark skin. Another good highlighter that I like to use is in this palette, the Black Radiance palette. This shimmery highlight is the shit. This is so pretty. I'll swatch it for you. It is gorgeous. It's this one right here. Can't really see it too much, but it is freaking gorgeous on dark skin like no other. Another good one, I'll just show you a few so that you have, you know, a few in mind. And I use these sparingly because I don't want to buy another one because they're so freaking nice. These are by Buxom. Excuse me. It's by Buxom and it's called Tahiti. This one is, yeah, this one is Tahiti, and this is what the brand looks like. It broke. But this is the color. I'll swatch it for you too so you can see. This one is like perfect. It's like, I don't like to use it. But it's really nice. This right here, don't look at that. This is the color. You have to see them in person. In person, you'll like, oh my God. And then the last good highlighter that I want to show, well, 2. I'll show 2 more. Another one is Gold Deposit. This is like an infamous one. Every black girl should have this. Like, if you don't have this and you're a black girl, you need to get it. This is a good one for black skin too. It's called Gold Deposit, and that's what Gold Deposit looks like. Yes, you see that? Look at that. Yes, bitch. Get this. Gold Deposit. And the last one I'm going to show you is Artistic Couture. This is called Gold Digger, and it's a pigment, so you have to be really careful with it. Use very little. And I'm just, see, look at that. Just dip my pinky in it, not even inside, just the cap. And that's how much came out. And this is how Gold Digger looks. See? Isn't that pretty? Yeah, you can see it really good. What I like to do with this, I like to mix this in with lip gloss and just like that. And it's pretty. Like, it gives like a pretty kind of glow to your lips, you know, if you're wearing a clear gloss. I also like to put some of this inside of my mist and set, like my face setting powder, not powder, setting mist. I put a little bit of that in there and it adds a glow as well. Like with the pigment powders, you could really use your imagination and add it to whatever you like. But by far, I like this one because I feel like it's subtle. It's subtle, but it still stands out. So, here. I don't know why my job has me coming in today. Like, don't they know it's nice outside? And I'm just taking a little bit of this powder and putting it on my nose. I don't really like a crazy nose highlight. I just like it enough so that it stands out a little bit, not too much. And just a little bit on the forehead. Yes, I used to work at a supermarket. I used to hate going in when it's nice weather. Yes, like, come on now. Like, we're, okay, in New York City, when it's hot like this, what do you want to do? Would you want to go be on a rooftop somewhere? Because I work at a lounge. Would you want to be like outside, like, you know, maybe on a rooftop enjoying your margaritas, enjoying your libations, right? Or would you rather be somewhere like where I work? It's sexy, don't get it twisted, it's a really beautiful place, but it's in the winter. I mean, in wintertime it's perfect. In the summertime nobody really wants to go there because it's underground, and I want to change that. Like, I've been working like with my marketing team and everything like that, trying to get things to change and figure out what we can do to kind of get people drawn in, because I don't want to make the place look cheap, because it's a very beautiful, sexy establishment, and I'm trying to keep it that way. So I don't know, me and the other managers have been working really hard to kind of keep it sexy without cheapening it out. And I mean, I'm only gonna be there for like 3 hours and then I'm leaving. I'm not staying the whole night. I refuse. I don't mind coming in for 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours max, and then I'm leaving. I'm not staying the whole night. What? Oh, my phone is about to die, y'all. Hold on. Hey, baby. What have you been doing? Come here. You want to say hi to the people? Yeah. Hi, baby. Hello, honey. I'm gonna show you guys my dog. He's a lover boy. Damn. I work for 8 hours. I used to work at Hooters. I'm gonna wait, can I used to work at Hooters. And can you guys see me still good here? Because I have to sit it up because I'm charging my phone now. Because I don't want to go to work or get on the train with my phone about to die. Damn, let me see. Can I make it the long way? Oh, it's locked? Damn. Okay. We're gonna try to make it work. I used to work at Hooters in Massachusetts, and I worked in the one in New York City. Well, yeah, in Queens, because they opened one in Queens, and I was one of the openers, because I used to be like one of the, I guess you can call it the trainers, like the girls who go to trainings to teach you how to be a bartender. Like, they gave me the training to train other girls. So when I worked there, like, standing all day was pretty much the requirement. I mean, unless you had a table, you could sit down and talk with your table, whatever. Like, they wanted you to interact with your guests, but that used to be one of the things. Like, I used to hate standing up. I don't like standing while I'm working. I feel like that's played out. You know what I mean? Like, people, come on now. Don't nobody care if you walk into a place and you're like sitting down. Like, leave me alone. I'm still here, ain't I? On this nice ass day, I'm here. Leave me alone. Okay. I am highlighted. Okay, I guess I can move on to eyeliner. Right? Like, exactly. Like, don't nobody care that I'm sitting down but you. Why are you so mad that I'm sitting down? You want to sit down with me? Come on, come sit down. We can sit down together. I never liked people that micromanage. Like, don't micromanage me. I am a grown-ass person. Like, you wouldn't have hired me if I wasn't grown. So don't micromanage me. That pisses me off. I don't like to be micromanaged. I like to be able to feel like I can do what I want. I can go to the store when I want. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, guys, or like that type of thing. Like, that's my tea. That's, you know what I mean? I don't like people who, yeah, exactly. People who take their job too damn serious. Like, come on, give me a break. Like, don't take this job too serious. Like, and that used to happen in Hooters. Like, girls used to think that they were like, you know, the shit. I used to be like, yo, get away from me. We're working at Hooters. We are not working at Wakeman Kush. We're not working at whatever. We are working at Hooters. We are selling chicken wings, bitch. Relax. I used to hate it. Like, do not bother me. I couldn't be bothered. Hooters is a chicken spot. Yes, it is. They sell chicken, they sell seafood, and burgers. Exactly. Like, humble yourself. It's not that big of a deal. We're all here to make money off these old people that come in and try to holler at us. That's what we're doing. Like, it ain't that big of a deal. Like, cool your tits, ma. Alright. So, I just did a straight line for my eyeliner, as you can see. And I'm going to trace downwards. Like, this is one of the things that I have to kind of, like, not look at the camera for. Because this is, like, crucial. Crucial. And there's so much construction going on in the city too. Like where I live, there's construction. Like, they're redoing all the streets near where I live, and I'm like, y'all hoes had all winter to do that. Why are y'all just now doing it? You know what I mean? Like, that just puts strain on it just makes everything more congested because everybody's trying to get to where they're going. Everybody's getting an attitude. It's hot outside. Like, y'all hoes had all winter to do it. Why are y'all just doing it now? I hate people who do things last minute. The longer they take, the more money that's true, but at the same time, it's like, damn, like, it is summertime. I feel bad for the workers, like, because it is hot outside and you guys are putting hot tar on the ground, like, whew. And then, like, I can't wear none of my cute shoes because they're gonna get all messed up because all that hot ass tar outside. Y'all had all winter to do this shit. That's the part that pisses me off. Y'all had all winter, all spring, all autumn to do it, and y'all want to do it right now. Just like, ugh. Okay. See, I'm trying to draw a cat eye that's strong enough to support my weight. I'm trying to support my weight so I could fly away from all my problems. They can't do it in the winter because of the snow and salt. I guess that's true, but that doesn't really explain why they can't do it in the autumn, like in the fall time. You're right, it did only snow like 4 times in New York City. Like, literally only like 4 times. And one of them, it was like the next day the snow melted. Thank God, you know, I don't like when the snow stays on the ground too long, because then it starts to look like, it's depressing. It starts to look real dirty, real nasty. You see doo-doo, dirt, trash, just all the horrible things. Liquor bottles, all of that nasty stuff. Winter is depressing in New York because it's just like, you're used to seeing everything. Because in New York City, like, people are out no matter what time it is. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning and you'll see people walking their dogs. Like, it's insane. It's a little bizarre, but that's just the New York life. Like, New York never sleeps. You know what I mean? Oh no, I think my phone's about to fall. Yeah. New York City never sleeps. So, no. Like, when I first moved here, it felt like such a square, but now I know what I need to know about New York. Okay, I'm just finishing up this cat eye. And because my hair is so slicked back, I take the cat eye game serious. It has to be really, really nice because you just want to make sure that it looks really nice. Because you don't have any hair. Your face is your feature when your hair is pulled back like this. The eyeliner that I'm using is the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, and the color is jet black. Yeah, jet black. I love this eyeliner too, girl. This is the best eyeliner because it's cheap. Like, the max you'll pay for it, even if you buy it from like Marshall's and they try to raise the price, the max you'll ever pay for it is like $4.50. But if you go to like the actual e.l.f. store, there's one on West 4th Street. Wait, is it West 4th? No, it's not West 4th. I think it's off the R train. Is it Beverly? Something Beverly. Waverly? No, it's Waverly Place. If you get off by Waverly Place, there is a e.l.f. store over by Broadway and Waverly, I think it's called. And literally everything is priced the way it should be at the e.l.f. store. It's only when you go to like Target or somewhere else to buy e.l.f. products that it becomes like $1 more, and you're like, why? Yeah, you're right. You can never go wrong with e.l.f. products, because e.l.f. products, they're actually, like, I'm convinced that e.l.f. probably makes makeup for higher brands, but they just sell this at a lower package price. Like, that's the same thing like with L'Oreal. They own YSL. Did y'all know that? I think it's L'Oreal that owns YSL, like their makeup stuff. They develop their makeup, and literally that's why I think certain makeups are the same exact formula, it's just in different bottles. These companies think they're slick, but I'm onto them. I'm onto their game. It's the same shit, just in different bottles. Like, one foundation that I really loved when I worked at Sephora was, that's another place where I had to stand on my feet all day, and I used to fucking hate it. This foundation is the Dior Star Foundation. I love this foundation, and I come to find that the Maybelline Fit Me foundation and the Dior Star Foundation are one and the same. You cannot tell me that they're not. They work the exact same way, give me the exact same dewiness, gives me the exact same coverage, gives me the exact same finish. It's the same damn thing. But this one you're gonna spend $50 for. But I only wear this on special occasions when I have sexy dates. But this one is $8.99. In some places you can get it for like $7.99 or $6.99 when they have like discounts and stuff. Okay, so that's good. Very bad connection. Why? Okay, I'm gonna put some Wi-Fi on and see if that changes. Can y'all still see me? Ooh, I can't believe how hot it is. Can y'all still see me or hear me? I think so. Yes? Okay, cool. Alright, we're gonna work on this side. Ooh, this side is way too long. This side is trying to fly me over to Alaska, while this side is just trying to fly me over to Beverly Hills. I'm trying to get to Beverly Hills, not Alaska. Please relax. Eyeliner. Okay. Alright, we're back to Beverly Hills. My left eyeliner always looks completely different than my right. That happens to me sometimes, but most of the time I can finesse it to make it look even. Because I also paint in my leisure time. So I know a little bit about creating balance and making sure everything is symmetrical. Can you do a cat eye tutorial? I have. There's one up on this page. You just have to find it on here. But it's on here though. I definitely did one. Because that was one of the things people used to ask me about all the time. It's how did I do my cat eye? And it's so simple. It's all about patience, really. Because the more patient you are, the better it'll look eventually. Patience and practice. And that's with anything in life. Do you ever try using different color eyeliners? No, but you know what I do want to get though? I do want to get a white eyeliner so I can do accents, like, you know, little dots, or little dots, or just something fun. Instead of buying like a whole bunch of crazy colors of eyeliner, I would just use liquid lipstick and an eyeliner brush, and use that as... Stop texting me. I don't like it when he texts me. What was I saying? Use liquid lipsticks as eyeliners. NYX has a nice white eyeliner. I'll have to check it out. Like, I like to go to what's a good place? What's that place? If you live in New York City, then you probably heard of a place called Ricky's. I love Ricky's. Ricky's has, to me, an almost similar situation as Sephora, but I feel like Ricky's is a little bit more laid back. You know, Sephora is pretty laid back, but Ricky's is real laid back. The only thing about Ricky's is, though, they always out of something that I really want, and it's so annoying. It's like, you guys need to keep your stock up. Keep your stock up. White, you want to try a white and blue eyeliner? I definitely want that white eyeliner though, because I feel like I could do some real crazy, like, unique stuff even with my eyebrows, and just do more artistic type looks. Ricky's is the bestest. Yes, it is. Or busiest. Oh, is it busiest you're trying to say? Or bestest? Because I think they're the bestest, but they're always busy too though, so I don't know. See, like, I make mistakes too. It's just all about cleaning up your mistakes. With concealer, nobody will know that you made the mistake. This part is pissing me off. Trying to make it look like this side. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Oh, it's in the best. Okay. Okay. I think I got it, y'all. Think I got it. Think I got it. Over by where I live, there's like, I live near Eastern Parkway, if you know Brooklyn, and there's like a lot of porta potties that they're putting over on Eastern Parkway, like it literally took up a whole block. I'm like, there must be getting ready to do some event over here, because there's just so many freaking porta potties. It can't be for the construction workers. It can't be, because there's just like 60 of them, like just all in a row. I'm like, there's gotta be an awesome... don't be making sounds. My candle just made like a hissing sound. Like, don't do that. I try so hard to let Maybelline's fit me because you said it, but I was definitely forcing it because it's so dry on me. Have you tried the NYX Stick Foundation, or do you have suggestions for drugstore foundations? Drugstore foundations. You found this one drying? Really? I find it to be kind of moisturizing. Like, it kind of gives me that dewy look. Are you using the Dewy Smooth, or are you using the matte and poreless? Because there are two formulas. What formula were you using? Because the matte and poreless, I agree with you, it is really drying and it's really ugly on, at least on my skin. So don't use the don't use the matte and poreless. I hate this one. This one is horrible. The one that I have is the Dewy Smooth. This is the one I use. Do not use this one. This is the one that is blue. If it's blue, don't use it. If it's the pink one, it's like a purpley pink kind of color, then this is the one you want to use. Don't use this one. Here's what they look like. Don't use this one, the blue one. Use the pink one. It makes that much more difference. It's a world of difference. Most people think that their skin is oily, but secretly sometimes the skin be dry. It's just that it's overproducing a lot of oils because it's so dry. So if your skin has it looks scaly and oily, then that's how you know your skin is dry and it's just producing oils because it's dry. But if it doesn't, if it looks oily and it has a smell of rice, then then your skin is really genuinely oily. So that's what I used to notice about when I used to work at Sephora. People would come in complaining, oh, my skin is so oily, and then when I actually inspect their skin, it wasn't that their skin was oily, it's just their skin was dry, and they were trying so hard to keep their skin dry that it overproduced oils. So you have to kind of keep in mind that when you're thinking about your skin type. And you could smell yourself, you could smell the oil in people's skin. With different races, I could smell their food, their food that they would eat. I would smell it on their skin. Asian people, they eat a lot of rice. Latin people eat a lot of rice, so their skin, when they would be oily, would smell like rice. Black people, when their skin would be oily, or who else kind of smell like that too? Well, I noticed with the black people, when our skin gets oily, it tends to have the smell of I guess you could say rice too. I don't know. To me, oily skin people, they smell like rice, like white rice. It's really random, but try smelling a person who has oily skin. Their skin, where the oil is, will smell like rice. And I used to think that was really strange, and I was wondering if I was the only one who ever smelled it. And I would ask my coworkers, do you guys notice that with oily skin, sometimes the skin has a smell of rice? And they're like, yeah. I was like, oh wow, so I'm not the only one who notices that. Not in a bad way, it stinks, they smell bad, but it's just more so I could smell the oils in their skin. Olive oil has a certain scent to it. Vegetable oil even has its own scent. Do you like working at Sephora? I was thinking about applying there. Sephora is a great place to work if you... I don't know. Sephora is okay. It's not the worst place in the world to work, but for me, it didn't work out because the particular Sephora that I worked in, you had to kiss ass to kind of like get ahead in life there. And I wasn't going to do that. I'm the type of person who I feel like my work should speak for itself, and I shouldn't have to like come into your office and talk about my life with you. And that's what they wanted. Like literally one time my manager came up to me. It was a man. He was a gay man, and he came to me. He's like, oh, you know, everybody else in the office, everyone else here always comes in the office and talks to me and tells me about their life, but you don't come and talk to me about your life. I'm like, because it's my life. It's my life. Like, I just work here. I don't, you know what I mean? I like working here, but this is my life, and I like to keep everything separate. I don't like to interfere my life with my work with my life. Like, it's separate. Two total different lives. Like when I'm here, I'm a different type of person, you know. But when I'm out in the streets, when I'm hanging with my friends, I'm not the same girl. Like, I'm not gonna tell you my life. And then every day he would ask me, oh, how's your boyfriend? Like, just really weird things. I'm like, stop asking me questions. But like I said, that could have just been the Sephora that I was working at. Maybe other Sephoras don't have like super annoying leadership that wants you to talk about your life all strangely. Like, leave me alone. I don't even know you, weirdo. He was a weirdo to me. Have you tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette? Yes, I have. I've tried both. I've tried the cream and the powder. And I really love the powder. It's just that I don't want to spend $40 for it. So, but I have tried them both, and they're both amazing. But I do prefer the powder. In the contour kit, the best colors to get, like if you do your customized colors, if you're my skin tone, the best colors to get for the powder would be Carob and what's that other color? Carob and Espresso and Earth. Those three colors are like the best. I don't cream contour anymore. Neither do I. I feel like it's just like too much. It's too much, and it's too damn hot. You are 100% right. It is too hot to cream contour. What am I feeling like was wrong here? I don't know. Do you know a good dupe? I would just use this. This is a great dupe. $7.99, and it's the same exact thing. Same exact thing, and it's easily accessible. You can buy it from anywhere, like Walmart. I think you can get these at Walgreens or Rite Aid or something like that. And call it a day. You can always contour with a darker concealer. That's true too. Like, I went and I bought this to contour with. Let me show you. It's by Ruby Kisses. Wait, where is that thing? Oh, here it is. It's by Ruby Kisses. It's the 3D face creator, and I bought this to contour with. Ugh, it broke. Why do all my containers break? So, see how dark it is? It's perfect for contouring. But I don't use it because it's too damn hot. Or foundation or powder. It doesn't have to be a contour palette. You're 100% right. You gotta just get creative. Dark skin, we have the ability to use whatever we want any way we want to use it, because our skin tones We don't have to worry about wearing way too much orange or way too much this or that. Like, we could pull it off. We just have to know how to like properly pull it off. And I'm just gonna go over my face with a little bit of setting powder right now, just to kind of keep everything in place. Just gonna do a little bit of this before I really finish up. With a powder puff, mind you. And, throwing things. Now I'm gonna move on to lashes. The lashes that I'm using are by, what's that brand? Kiss lashes, and these are the Flirty. They're called Flirty. They're in like a pink and white box, but I'm just reusing these from the last time I had them on. And some glue. My favorite kind of glue is the brush on glue, because you don't have to wait 30 seconds or whatever. You can just put them on and they'll stick. This glue is the shit. And another good thing about this glue that I like better than the other glue is that should the lash start to lift off, it stays sticky, so you could just stick it right back on. The other glue, you have to reapply. This one is a one-time deal. I like to use products that I know that I don't have to keep working backwards. Like, I can work forward with a product. Have you tried Neutrogena's products? Makeup? Hell no, I don't try no Neutrogena. They are super, they're for white people. They're not for me. They are for white people. Or very, very fair people. Like, I like their makeup remover wipes. They're the shit. They are the shit. But they're too expensive. So now I just use the ones from like Marshalls or TJ Maxx. They sell like a pack of makeup wipes for $3 or $4, and there's like 65 of them in one pack, which is awesome. Right now I'm just using like baby wipes from CVS. And these are really good too. They have like aloe vera gel and all that other stuff. Alright, so I'm just gonna, I need some tweezers. I don't know why I didn't have the tweezers ready. These are like the tweezers that come in the kit when you buy the kit of lashes. I like these. Got some glue on them. You treat me bad when I'm so good. Such a lady. Wait, where's my mirror? Oh, damn, I didn't put no mascara on. Damn it. That's okay, though. Normally, I like to put mascara first. But I didn't. So what are some TV shows that you guys are watching? Or like series? Or rather, what books are you guys reading? I'm reading this book called, damn. What is the name of that book? I forgot the name of the book. But it's about like slave trade, Africa. It's like a fiction book, but it's about like these sisters that got traded. One stayed in Africa, one got traded into America and stuff like that. I can't use tweezers. I don't know how to apply using with your, you just apply with your fingers. That's good. I mean, I wish I knew how to apply with my finger. I mean, I do, but I just feel like I like it really close to my lash line, and I don't feel like my fingers get that close. but the tweezers, especially these ones, get real close to my lash line. Ugh. I really hate that I didn't put on mascara. Yeah, I should have put on mascara. It's okay. Okay, I'm just pressing them together so that they can marry. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get right now. And I like urban books. I need a good urban book to read. I haven't really read one in a long time. The last one I read was Coldest Winter Ever, and I read that back in high school. I've been reading a lot of books on witchcraft and books on slavery and stuff like that. Yeah, that is a really good book, Coldest Winter Ever. In 2 days? Oh my gosh. It took me like a week to read. Well, I was in high school then, so I was probably like not even paying attention, but I probably should reread that book. So I know I read it, but I just kind of forgot like the premise of it. Like I know that she was like going through so much. Still have it in my closet torn up and all. Yeah, I need to get it again and reread it. Yeah. Do you read the sequel of Coldest Winter Ever about midnight? No. There's a part 2? Oh my god. No, I didn't. Midnight was the boyfriend, right? Like he was like, I'm trying to remember. That was so long ago that I read that book. Shit, now you make me want to get both books and just sit in the house over the weekend and just read. I will do that. I don't even care. I love reading books. I'm like a little student. I just read books all the time. Especially when I'm on the train. It's my favorite time to read. YouTube said you're sending too many messages. Really? I don't know why. See, this is why I don't fuck with YouTube like that. YouTube, just feel like it's like politics now. It's not the same. Have you ever tried the NYX Mineral Stick Foundation? No, I don't personally like stick foundation. I like very liquidy foundations. I don't like anything too thick because, I mean, maybe it's not thick, but because I've never tried it. But I just like liquid foundation because I just put it on and that's it. I mean, I'm sure it's the same way with cream foundation, but I don't know. Never tried it. I'm listening to urban fiction book called The Perfect Mistress. It's a hot mess. Damn, I need to read that too. I like books that are like, you know, take me out of where I am. Like I like to read stuff that when I'm reading it, I'm seeing it in my mind. You know what I mean? Because for me, whenever I'm reading a book, I'm reading to escape from the reality. Like I love being able to go into another, I guess you could say, realm and kind of just be the background to somebody else's situation. Like, I like to hear other people's stories or what's going on. I did see Get Out. I loved that movie. I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was really good, and I thought it pretty much tackled some taboos within our community, especially with white men. Like going to visit like a white family and stuff like that when you're a black person. I only seen it the one time, but I did really enjoy it. I thought it was really innovative, and it was a fresh look on it. You know what I mean? It kind of, I don't know, it just brought back in a fresh take on that whole situation. It kind of makes you think like, like, I don't know, does that shit kind of happen in real life for real? But it was really good. I like it. Would definitely love to see more movies by that producer or the director, whatever he was, the movie, Kyle Peele. Like, I would love to see more movies from him. I haven't used a silver spoon in my tea since. Oh. It's hilarious though. Like, the buddy, the TSR or TSA agent buddy, he was hilarious. Like, he was telling him the whole time not to go, that he better be weary of those people. He kept it real the whole time. I don't think he liked the girlfriend either. Like, I think that, he thought she was weird or something, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think the girl was trying to hit on him at one point, and he's like, what? But that was definitely a good movie, and I'm 100% looking forward to having more films from him that pertains to our community. Like, when was the last time you saw a black horror film, like, with black people in it, and the black man make it to the end? You know what I mean? Besides, what was that movie that LL Cool J was in? It was kind of like a horror movie where he was in the water, Deep Blue Sea, when he made it to the end, where all them damn sharks and shit was like trying to take over the ship. I think that was the last time I ever saw a black man in a scary movie make it to the end. Did you dye your hair? It's so dark. I love it. No. I try not to do anything at all to my hair, like, at all. Like, I just wash it, grease it, and put it back in a ponytail. I am lazy with this hair. Deep Blue Sea. I did love that movie though. That was funny. But a lot of my favorite movies are like coming of age movies, and they're all based in New York City, which is the crazy part. That's one of it sounds crazy, but two of my favorite movies are like a little bit of the reason why I wanted to move to New York. You know what I mean? I kind of wish I had grown up in New York, but I didn't. But I loved, one of the movies is called Raising Victor Vargas, and the other movie is called Our Song. Have you seen Rosemary's Baby? No, but I have that on DVD, strangely enough, because I remember, because I used to want to be a model when I was younger. America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, she cut one of the girls' hair on the show, and said that the inspiration behind her wanting to cut the girl's hair was Rosemary's Baby. The lead actress in that movie at the time had short hair, and she thought that the girl would look good with short hair too. And ever since, I was like, I gotta see this movie. And then I saw it on sale for like $5 at Walmart, so I bought it, but I never watched it, girl. Please watch it. It's so good. I'm gonna have to watch it. I mean, I bought it. I might as well watch it. is like, I mean, I know the premise that like she's pregnant and then she has the baby and the baby's like evil or something like that, I think. Yes, I've seen Flowers in the Attic. I love that movie. That movie is so fucked up how that grandmother treated those kids. And then in the end, the mom was like telling them, oh, we're gonna let you out, I just have to get married, and then I have to get under like the good graces of my father, and once everything is okay, I'm gonna let you guys out. Turns out she was already married, planning to get married to this dude, and then the grandfather already died, and she was just keeping them in there just because they were like an embarrassment to her, because she had sex with her own cousin or uncle and had those kids. They're like incest kids. It's just like a whole big crazy thing. The mother was a dumbass hoe. So dumb. She made me mad the entire time. Oh, I'm gonna come back for you guys, I promise. Just a few more weeks. Crazy bitch. And then when the grandmother cut the girl's hair off, oh man. Have you guys seen People Under the Stairs? I think it's called People Under the Stairs. It's like a little boy who breaks into this house. I think he breaks in to like steal some money because his family's broke. And when he breaks into the house, he gets trapped by these crazy people who hide people underneath their stairs. Like, it's a crazy movie. It took place, I think, back in the early 90s. It's such a good movie. The little boy was in he was on a TV show. I think he was on, what TV show did I see that little boy on? I think I saw him on I don't know what TV show he was on. Oh, he was on the Will Smith show once. You seen The Bad Seed? No, I never seen that movie. Is it on Netflix? Because I watch a lot of Netflix movies. Like, one movie that I saw on Netflix called Graveyard Shift, I think it's called. That movie is fucking crazy. Or Last Shift, or something about a shift. This lady, she's like new to being a police officer, and she goes to work in this, like, I guess an old precinct that they're closing down for some reason. So she goes to work in there overnight because, you know, she's the new girl. And she starts seeing stuff and hearing stuff, and then these crazy people come and try to attack her. It is such a good ass show. It's called Last Shift. I think it's called Last Shift. Like, you'll know it's the one where there's like a upside down pentacle, and then there's like a man with like cuts all over his face. It's really gory. It's like really a creepy ass movie. Girl, I have a whole list of Netflix movies that I've watched that I've like, oh, I love this movie. I'm like a Netflix fiend. I sit and watch Netflix all. What time is it? It's only 4:15. Excuse me, my nose is like going haywire. But I love that fucking movie. There's this movie called Breakdown. It's not on Netflix, but you can still look it up and find it on like the web for free. And it's about this couple who are moving from another state, and they're driving through the desert or something like that, and then the car starts to break down, and then the husband pulls over and tries to fix it. Meanwhile, there's like a tractor trailer driving by, and they flag him down because they need help. And the tractor trailer dude says, well, I could take your wife to go, you know, call the insurance people or somebody, a tow truck, to come pick you guys up, and then I could drop her back off. So he takes the wife, the truck driver takes the wife, leaves the guy to fix his car. So the girl's in the truck waving back to her husband. Finally, the guy gets his car to work somehow. His cars start working. So he drives to the gas station where the guy said he was going to take his wife. Once he gets to the gas station, the wife is nowhere to be found. The man is nowhere to be found. Oh, sorry. Don't tell the whole thing. Girl, I will sit here and tell the whole movie. I'm one of those people that just tell the whole thing. But it's really good. You should check it out. It's called Breakdown. It stars, I think his name is Kevin Spacey. I think that's his name. I don't know. I think that's that guy's name, Kevin Spacey. But it's such a good movie. I love it. It is good. Like, all the things they went through to get back together with each other was crazy. Like, that whole plot, crazy. I don't know how she made it out unscathed. I would be like, fuck everybody. I'm only talking to my man from now on. I don't want to talk to nobody else. Like, I would literally be jaded for the rest of my life. I'm using just a dark brown eyeliner to kind of darken this bottom area. Ooh. Do you have braces? Your teeth are perfect. No, I never had braces before. See, I have little gaps. Little gaps. But I've never had braces before. But my mom has really nice teeth. Like, really, like, they look like they're veneers. My mom. I'm just gonna spray because I'm hot as balls. I haven't got my AC in my window yet, but I'm definitely gonna have the super come and put the AC in the window pronto because it is balls hot. I don't know where my dog is, but he loves when I spray my face. He goes crazy. I usually, like, I have an empty container that I fill with water, and I spray him too whenever he comes by and notices that I sprayed my face because he loves it. Whew. I don't know, there's something about my eyeliner that's making me feel uncomfortable. Is that the e.l.f. setting spray? Yes, it is. Only like $3, and it works like a dream. This feels so good. I could fall asleep. I really can. What kind of dog do you have? I have a Chihuahua. I'm trying to get him over here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. This is him. Say hi, buddy. He's like, he's shy. That's why his ears are down, but normally they're up. Put your ears up, pup. Say hi to the nice people. He's generally like a friendly dog. Sometimes he's nice, sometimes he's not. He's just sniffing around now. Time for him to get down. I love you, pup. I love you, baby. He's fake. Thank you. I got him about 2 years ago when I went to go visit my mom in Alabama. She initially had him like as a pet, and he was like, he could fit in the palm of my hand. And when I saw him, I was like, Ma, I hope you know I'm taking him home with me. And she kept saying, no, you're not taking my dog. I was like, yes, I'm taking your dog home with me. This is my dog, so you might as well forget about him. So she let me have him, and I took him home with me, so I've had him ever since. And he's the sweetest little dog I've ever had in my life. He listens. He does get his moments where he likes to chew, and I have to let him know. Is it better than the NYX? Because I'll switch, because NYX is a bit pricey for my budget. I must say I've tried the NYX one time, and I did feel like that made my skin look oily, not glowy, but oily. So and that was because I bought that NYX one because they were out of this one at CVS. So I will say, to me, in my opinion, I do prefer this one more, because I feel like once you spray it on, it actually does its job. It actually sets the face, and it takes away a powdery look if you have a lot of powders on your face like I do. It takes away that powdery look and brings your skin back to normal. So I do suggest getting this spray. At least try it out. And even if you don't like it, you only spent $3, $4 for it, even if you don't like it. So it's not going to break your pocket if you don't like it. But it is definitely a really, really good spray. Yeah, I highly suggest you give it a try. You have nothing to lose. It's a great price point. Does what it's supposed to do, and that's it. Does what it's supposed to do. And I'm just gonna wipe off that lip gloss, the moisturizer that I had on earlier. It is a dupe for the MAC setting spray. It really truly is. Works just as good, if not better. Anything that's cheaper and does the same thing as something else, to me it works better, because it's cheaper. Works better for my pocket, so it works better. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just exfoliating my lips, getting off any dead skin, so that when I put on my gloss, it don't like peel. Sometimes when I have on gloss, it peels. So I try to scrub off any dead lip cells. My lips, I get them done, so they are smaller than what they appear now. Like, I've always, maintained that I get my lips done. I get my lips done. I have videos of every time I've gotten it done of how crazy I look. I look crazy the morning after. Yeah, I don't want to, because when I get him done, I try to tell him to space it out so that most of the thickness is here and here, and that makes it look more natural. In the morning time, when I first wake up, you could really see it. You could really, really see, okay, she definitely has something going on with those lips. Something's fishy about those lips. But I don't care. I like it. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Alright, I'm just gonna put some gloss on. The gloss I'm gonna use is the Ginger Snap, the one that I showed you guys earlier. That's a perfect color. You'll see, it's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but it's flawless. You can always add, got lip gloss on my teeth. You can always add a lighter color if this is too dark. But to me, it kind of just looks like a clear. Do you use the Bare Radiance highlighter in the trio? Not today, no. I use the Makeup Forever this one. Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. It looks like this on the inside. I mostly use the bronzer and just a little bit of this, because I feel like this highlighter is nice, but sometimes it could be a little bit too thick and glittery, and I don't want it to look glittery. I just kind of want it to look even. Where did my brush go? Alright guys, so this is pretty much the final look. You saw me from start to finish if you were here the whole time. I'm just kind of going over a little bit with my highlighter again, just to kind of wake it up a little bit. Add some here to kind of make that cheekbone pop. Pop, pop. Oh wait. I think I did this side. I always take like a dark powder, like whatever I contoured with, and go right in that nose crease, because sometimes my nose tends to shine right there and it looks awkward, so I just go over it with the dark powder and it takes away that shine. Okay. Alright guys, so that was it, start to finish. Say, looking like this. I kind of want to go over my edges of like my hairline or hair or whatever, and kind of darken it because it looks a little bit funky now that I put foundation over it a little bit. But that's it. This is pretty much my everyday face. This is what I do every day to kind of like get ready, and that's it. Like, that's it guys. So hopefully I will see you guys on my next live. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. I feel sorry. I'm sorry guys it took so long, but I was, you know, I enjoyed it. The gloss I'm wearing again is, damn, it's called Ginger Snap and it's by NYX. So guys, until my next video, I hope you guys are following me on Instagram, because I did put out the warning that I was gonna be on here instead of there, so hopefully, you know, people from Instagram got a chance to see it. If not, I will definitely do another one. I just don't like going live on Instagram because they cut you off after a certain point and then you have to like go back, and it's just too much. Like, I just want to just do it one time. So I'll leave this up, so hopefully, you know, I'll direct people over here and they'll see me go live. Well, it won't be live, but it'll be a pre-recorded live. So my Instagram is the same name on here, Tasteface, and I will see you guys in another show, another video, because, you know, I like this is fun. I don't mind doing this. So if you guys want to see this more consistently, I'll try to do it once a week and, you know, show you a few more different tips and tricks, and we can laugh and talk about different shows, books, movies, whatever the case may be, and we'll have fun with it. So I'll see you next time guys. Bye.